Alright, let's rip the veil away. No more pretending, no more hiding. It's time to let the truth hit, and let it change everything you believe about yourself and the world. You're already whole right now in this very moment. Do you get that? No pretending, no acting. You are enough. You don't need to be anything else or anyone else to receive the love, success, or happiness that's waiting for you. That's your birthright. It's yours already here, already on its way. All you have to do is open your arms and receive it. You attract exactly what you are. So what do you think will happen when you realize that you're worthy of everything coming your way? Yeah, big shift. Your world, your reality, it shifts the moment you get that truth. Think about it. When have you tried so hard to be something else? To wear that mask? You were hiding, weren't you? You thought if you pretend to be someone else, smarter, cooler, more put together, you'd get the things you want. And maybe for a while it worked. But you felt it, didn't you? The disconnect, the dissonance, that gnawing feeling, like you weren't being real. That's because you weren't. And guess what? It's exhausting. You can only pretend to be someone you're not for so long. It drains you, but here's the power in the truth. When you stop pretending, when you drop the act, everything starts to come to you effortlessly. When you stop hiding, the world sees you. The world feels you. And here's the magic. When you are authentic, you inspire others to be the same. You create a magnetic force that pulls people in. Why? Because people don't need another fake persona. They need you, the real you, the full-on, unapologetic, perfectly imperfect you. You've seen it before, right? People who are just unapologetically themselves. They walk into a room and immediately you feel it. You can't help but be drawn to them. They're not trying to fit in. They're owning their space. And that is the superpower you hold. Now you might be thinking, what about all the stuff I'm afraid of? What about the judgments, the rejection? Yeah, I get it. You're scared. You're scared of people not getting you. But here's the thing. Your fear doesn't control you unless you let it. And how you choose to respond to that fear, that's what shapes your reality. You don't have to react to everything. You can choose to respond. You can choose your state. Let me tell you something. Your state of mind, it's a fucking superpower. It's the magic switch that shapes the world around you. You decide how you feel right now in this moment. You have the power to choose your emotions. That's right. You decide how you react to everything around you. No one gets to make you feel inferior. No one. You get to choose your response, your energy, your emotions. What's the science behind this? Simple. The mind and the body, they're intertwined deeply. When you shift your emotional state, you shift your physical experience, your thoughts, your entire reality. That's neuroplasticity at work. You have the power to rewire your brain, to respond with resilience, confidence, and clarity. So the more you practice controlling your state, the more effortless it becomes. It becomes automatic. You already do this. Have you ever been in a bad mood and suddenly something happens? Maybe a funny joke, a beautiful sunset, and boom, your whole energy shifts. Your mind and body, they're constantly in a dance. And when you take charge, you get to lead the dance. You choose what music plays, how fast or slow the rhythm is, how you feel in that moment. Now let's talk about how you shift reality. Here's a big one. You get back what you put out. Your reality is a mirror. What you're putting out. What you're sending into the world. If you're constantly hiding, constantly second guessing yourself, constantly trying to fit in, what is the world going to reflect back to you? It's going to give you more of that. It's going to keep you trapped in that cycle of fear, anxiety, and frustration. But when you step up, when you show the world who you really are, that is when the mirror shifts. When you embody confidence, authenticity, and courage, guess what happens? The world starts reflecting that back at you. And that is when you begin to attract all the right people, all the right opportunities, and all the right experiences. Why? Because you're being real. And let's talk about the key to it all. Authenticity. You've heard it, I know. But have you ever really, truly, deeply felt it? When you stop pretending to be someone else. You stop pretending to be small. You stop pretending to be less than you are. When you show up as yourself, that is when the magic happens. Think of it this way. You can fake a connection. You can put on an act. But the real connections, they happen when both people are real. When both people are themselves. People are drawn to energy. They can feel it when you're being genuine. They can feel it when you're showing up as you, fully aligned with your values, your truth, your energy. And that is when they open up to you. That is when true connection happens. Okay? So why is this all so important? Why does it matter? Because you're limitless. There's no ceiling to what you can achieve. The only thing holding you back is yourself. The limiting beliefs, the fear, the self-doubt, all that bullshit, it's not real. It's just old patterns that you've been carrying around like luggage you don't need anymore. But it's time to drop that baggage. Think about how you already do this in your life. Can you recall moments when you were just yourself and it felt effortless? Maybe you were in a conversation and you didn't need to try so hard, didn't need to fit in. You were just flowing. That's what I'm talking about. That is when everything works. And now, what if you could do this more? What if you could stop trying to be someone else? What if you could stop pretending to be someone you think you should be? And just be you, with all your quirks, all your flaws, all your brilliance. Imagine how much easier life would be. More peace, more power, more connection. And that's how your world changes. That's how everything shifts. But why are you afraid? What's stopping you? Fear. It's the one thing holding you back. But guess what? That fear is just a story you've been telling yourself, and stories are meant to be rewritten. So here's the deal. Stop letting fear run the show. It's not real. The world doesn't want you to hide. The world doesn't want you to pretend. The world wants you to show up as you are. And the sooner you get that, the sooner everything changes. Now let's interrupt those old patterns. Let's break the cycle. When you start showing up authentically, the world will respond. When you take control of your emotional state, you become unstoppable. When you stop pretending and start living, that's when you start winning. So get ready. It's time to show up. It's time to shine. And it's time to finally live the life you deserve. Remember, you're enough right now in this moment. You're already whole. The world is waiting for you to show up as the full version of yourself. So stop hiding. Start living.